Bodies of Water is a VR film inviting the public to hold their breath and let themselves be transported and transformed by water in the company of mysterious swimmers. As night falls, these swimmers engage in a contemporary dance that reveals them differently. Immersed in the watery mass, they transgress the limits of their natural environment and reshape.
The project came to life through several artistic residencies and creative sessions in the pool over about 4 years. Chélanie and I deeply bonded over this project, allowing us to collaborate effectively. We used a VR headset to watch numerous of recordings of the choreographic development, ensuring that our work always considered the relationship between dance and VR. We were supported by skilled and passionate free divers, along with team experience with underwater filming. We learned a lot from them.
As a director, I approach the swimming pool by using its architectural features. I believe that in VR, the notion of space is fundamental. You physically experience your environment. So I use the pool's rich space to play differently with the many possibilities, exploring its gravity-defying space, its surface, depth, and also its blind spots. Shooting underwater was a huge technical challenge. We had to develop the work submerged underwater. We had to consider the impact of water on the camera, the lighting, and we couldn't see the images in real time. So these were complicating factors for the production, but led to creative reflection, which enabled us to propose a singular work.
Water allows us to overcome or even reverse certain constraints, usually imposed by gravity. We were interested in showing efforts made to compensate for the feeling of suspension, which is very dominant in water. We aim to create a dance where the body can fall, fight, and float. While it may seem simple to say, these three concepts require different physical strategies when working with this medium. I wanted to bring to the surface the complexity of this materiality that can make us feel free, supported, light, but also challenged toward our own survival. While movements were primarily improvised, spatial relationships needed to be worked on precisely so we could reproduce the same patterns in different areas of the pool. Choreographically, I aimed to reveal movements that seemed organic, but their execution needed to be rehearsed very specifically, much like a chess game. We offered the dancers an apnea training so they would be at ease to achieve the work.
Executing movements underwater was both an interesting and challenging task. The apnea training helped us focus on proper mechanics, allowing us to maintain some control over our performance in this context. What I found quite fascinating was how important accessing a state of deep relaxation was such a key asset to performing the work. Holding physical tension became a barrier to our ability to spend time on the water. To get to the bottom of the water, I had to empty my lungs. If I stayed calm, I could stay underwater longer.
In post-production, specifically during editing, I aim to offer a new perspective of these live action images to emphasize the mysterious inhabited character of the pool. This was particularly evident in the editing process, where disappearing effects brought a new understanding of the swimmer's presence. A lot of work also went into creating an ambisonic sound design, which enabled a completely new choreography to emerge. Since no sound could be recorded on set, we had the freedom to imagine what sound produced these moving bodies and to give life to the water itself, as if it was a character acting on them.
Sound-wise, Bodies of Water was a creative project and a technical challenge. We had to reveal the choreography of the dancers in the water. We worked with 40 artists to recreate water movements and to be able to track down the dancers in their choreography. We achieve localization with specialized panning techniques, which uses our ears as a reference for our brain to understand where the sounds are located around us.
We are extremely grateful for the invitation to be in competition at the 81st MOSTRA. We couldn't dream of a better world premiere for our piece than surrounded by all those bodies of water that makes Venice what it is.